So I came across this post on X recently, and it's Chris Sims talking about Jordan Love and Brock Purdy. I've not listened to this clip yet, and so I want to give my thoughts to whatever he's about to say here. And if you guys want more Packers content, I put up Packers content typically two times a day during the week, so feel free to subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter at LukeBeller3 for more Packers content. So let me actually put in my headphones so I can actually hear what they're about to say. But I'm going to play some of this clip and hear what Chris Sims has to say. Here we go.
If anybody heard me during the season, I don't think anybody would be too shocked with what I ranked him if anybody was a regular listener.
Correct.
I mean, I think I was always trying to tell people, hey, he's really good. Am I willing to say he's one of the 8 or 10 best quarterbacks in football? I was always on here kind of telling you, no, I don't think that, right? So
Alan Byrne kind of
He might be talking about Brock Purdy right now. 1 second.
sums it up here.
Right.
Let me
Yeah,
give his.
go ahead.
He goes, just wondering why, after a year and a half of Purdy playing better at a better level, and after a serious injury, then a
So he's talking about Brock Purdy right now.
year of Jordan Love is ranked higher.
Yeah, well, again, Jordan Love, what he did at the end of the year and all of that, I mean, again, the last 10 weeks of the season, right? I mean, they took the training wheels off. He played at a phenomenally high level, right? And really was asked to do more, definitely on a physical basis, right? Now, is he quite where Purdy is as far as diagnosing a defense and having feel and instincts to get to a place a hair quicker, right, than Jordan Love? Yeah, Purdy's better at that, for sure. But Jordan Love ain't bad at that. It's not bad. I mean, Jordan Love, I know other than those last 2 throws we saw, you'd go, wow, there's a lot of good decisions, high-level decisions. And there's a lot of plays that Green Bay can call in their offense that the 49ers cannot. And again, what I'm trying to say to you, like we showed a highlight package yesterday of Purdy on our PFT show. And the thing that I always come away with is go, look, there's no defenders in the screen in some of them. And we're going, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. And I'm going, guys, it's not that amazing. Really, they were in a room all week and Shanahan said, hey, we're drawing up this play and it's going to screw them over and this guy's going to be so wide open.
I do think when you look at, Brock Purdy in San Francisco, Jimmy Garoppolo found a ton of success with the 49ers and then just sort of fell off a cliff in Las Vegas. So I do think that Shanahan scheme no doubt puts the quarterback in a very good position, similar to the Packers and, with Matt LaFleur as well. But that's not to take away from Brock Purdy. I do think he's a very good quarterback. He's been a very consistent quarterback. I still would take Jordan Love over Brock Purdy every single day. I think he's more talented, better. I think he'll have a better career. Let's continue.
It's going to be a touchdown. And we have fans that are putting that stuff on a pedestal like, he's the only guy in football that could do that. He's the only guy that could listen to Shanahan say, throw to this guy, he'll be open, and he did it, right? And they have a lot of that in their offense. So that's where, again, this is a tough spot, right? But I'd fall into the comment again of with Jordan Love. If Jordan Love played in the Super Bowl, the 49ers would be the Super Bowl champions.
I mean,
that's what
maybe.
I would say.
Wow.
He would make some of those throws that I'd go, wait, just hop and do this, and he's open. It's a touchdown. Why do we have to keep staying here just because our body has to be in the position to throw this guy? And he's not even capable of doing some of that stuff. So, again, it's really good. I don't want to get messed up.
Above average starting quarterback in the NFL.
I mean, yes, he's good, but there's some things still, like if you went back, okay, Jordan Love had the 2 interceptions at the end of the game. Jordan Love in that game played better than Brock Purdy. I mean, Brock Purdy should have thrown 7 interceptions in that game. He got lucky that night. We'd all be talking differently if there's Green Bay could catch.
Very true. I feel like there are tons of throws this year. Brock Purdy. I mean, I watched multiple 49ers games this year, lots of 49ers games, and there definitely were a lot of bounces off the hands from defenders, especially in that Packers game. But, I mean, Jordan Love did throw 2 picks at the end, and I do think that was pretty big. So, can't sort of take that part away, though.
I mean, it was not a good night, let alone, right, that game. There's other games, too. Again, what bothered me about it more than anything is when the Shanahan specials, and you know how I like to talk like that, when they aren't working on all cylinders, right, there's not a lot that Purdy does to bring the offense back up. Now, he does more than Jimmy Garoppolo used to do, and it's definitely an improvement in that in all areas, but it's still, I'd like to see some more. And like I told you, too, there's more missed throws than people realize. If we went back and watched games and stuff, I'd go, yeah, I mean, this is a missed throw. But nobody cares because Shanahan dialed up a play, and they're so good. Somebody's wide open the next play for a 40-yard gain. And I'm just going to go, a lot of teams in football, quarterbacks don't have that luxury of going, I missed a wide open 30-yard throw. No big deal. Guy will be open the next drive. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks go, that might have been my only time all game to have anybody open downfield. I missed it, right? So those are things you got to take into account, and those are the things that jump out to me when I watch 180 throws, 210 throws in a row. You start to see that stuff.
The funny thing is, if 2 years ago you would have said Brock Purdy is the 17th best quarterback in the NFL, people would have said you're crazy.
I can't
He's the last
win,
pick of the draft.
And it drives me crazy. It's like I told you with the Jalen.
I don't know if I would put Brock Purdy 17. I mean, the way he's played, even though the 49ers have a very nice scheme, and Kyle Shanahan, no doubt, is a very good play caller, one of the best in the league. I don't know if I put him 17. And I just pulled up Chris Sims' QB rankings. I'd seen where he put Love. He put Trevor Lawrence 2 spots ahead of Jordan Love, which I would put Purdy ahead of Trevor Lawrence easy, because I really think Trevor Lawrence is a mid-tier, average quarterback. I don't see why the 49ers or the Jaguars paid him so much money. But even coming here from a Packers fan, who you probably say, Luke, you're probably biased against the Niners. Maybe that's right because of all the pain they brought me in my life. But I would put Brock Purdy over Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, definitely.
And Hurts thing. I mean, last year, I'm crazy. He's the best quarterback in football. This year, I make him 9. You're crazy. He's lower than that. I've gotten that more than anything. And I'm like, what? No. And I think the truth is somewhere in between. I think it's actually where I got him ranked. Last year was 7. This year's 9. I think that's where it is. If anybody.
So I'd say I agree a lot with what Chris Sims said there when it comes to Jordan Love versus Brock Purdy. And as I said, I take Love over Purdy. I just think Love is a better quarterback. And I think he has more talent. He has more physical ability, can make some of those crazy throws. Not that Brock Purdy can't make crazy throws, but Jordan Love can do more with the ball in his hands. And I think sort of those off-platform throws when a play breaks down, I think that Love is much better. And even though I believe Love is better, I feel like it's a little extreme, his take on Purdy, to put him at 17th. I'd have to put Purdy probably as a top 10 quarterback. I need to go through just to see who I put ahead of him. But I just think when you have a quarterback who has consistently led your team to success, even if it's a very good scheme fit, even though I get why, we can be super critical and be like, well, if any quarterback was in there, they'd find success. At the same time, you have to give the guy credit for operating in a scheme and playing at a really high level. But we can't, take out of consideration the fact that even Jimmy G, who is an average quarterback, looked much better in the Kyle Shanahan offense. And so I do think in the NFL, it does come down to finding a QB who fits your scheme. The 49ers seem to do a pretty good job of that. And I think that, you take a lot of other quarterbacks in bad situations, bad offenses that don't have a lot of talent around them, where the 49ers have a ton of talent, you may find that they take their game to another level. And if Brock Purdy went elsewhere, maybe he doesn't find the same level of success, but at the same time, he's found success in the place he is, and that's all you can really ask from a player. But still, I take Jordan Love over Brock Purdy. So those are my thoughts. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below. You can follow me on Twitter, Luke Beller3, for more Packers content, and I'll see you guys next time.